Don't go anywhere, because after the break, we talk to David Kibuuka, who goes to Egypt. We look at the protest culture in South Africa and just missing interviews. AfriForum's Kali Kriel. Find us on Twitter, find us on Facebook, send us emails, and we'll see you after the break. Boom, para. Welcome back. We now cross over to our international correspondent, David Kibuuka, who is in Cairo, Egypt. Dave, what's happening there?
2.5 years ago, Egyptians toppled their dictator. Now they want to topple their first democratically elected leader. Egyptians treat leaders like soccer coaches. They go to parliament, and when the president speaks, they're like, substitution, Baba, substitution. Substitution, Baba.
Dave, why don't they just let the guy finish his term in office?
People don't know what they want, Loy. Like last week, Australia got rid of their prime minister and re-elected their old prime minister. And a few years ago, Juju hated Mbeki, but now he loves Mbeki. This just goes to show that if we get rid of Zuma and put Zilla in, after 1 year, people would wish that Zuma would come back. They'd say, at least Zuma sang songs like Mshuni Wam. This Zilla is always singing country music, like Don't Break My Heart, My Achy Breaky Heart, and If You Something Understand.
Dave, why do you think people change their minds about politicians?
The problem is that to get elected, you have to lie. That's why there are no honest politicians. Because when you ask a politician a question, you expect an answer, so they just lie. Like if you ask Jacob Zuma, what is our environmental policy? We all know that he knows nothing about the environment, but we would expect him to say something, so he says the first thing that pops into his head, like, we are working tirelessly to ensure that every household has an environment by Tuesday. Then when Wednesday comes, the people will toy demanding their environments. Siyafuna environment. Siyafuna environment. Where is our promised environment?
So Dave, what must we do?
We need to take what our politicians say with a pinch of salt. Like if you're a DA supporter, don't just believe everything that Zilla says, or if you're an ANC supporter, don't just believe everything the ANC says. Even if it's your favorite politician, you must take what they say with a pinch of salt.
I totally agree with you, Dave.
It's like when you watch Africa Magic on DSTV, you don't fully believe those Nigerian movie names. Like you know that it says Titanic, but Leonardo DiCaprio is not going to be there. And Nigerian movies never have properly trained animals that can save people. Like a Nigerian lassie, Loy. If there was a Nigerian lassie, you would just stand there while you were dying. You'd say, come here, lassie. Lassie, come here. Come and save me. What is wrong with this doggo? Can't you see that if you don't come here, lassie, I'm going to die, oh?
So do you think that Egyptians will manage to overthrow their leader?
Thank you, Lord.
David Kibuuka, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see him next week.
News that moves. ENCA.com.